So I skipped an individual. I'm going to go back to him. I, for whatever reason, just started typing her information in, and I was like, wait a minute, I'm missing somebody. But anyway, right now I'm talking about Congresswoman Kat Kamak, and she's a Republican from Florida's third district. She's been in office for a couple of terms. This is her third term. She's a little bit of a mixed bag. She's more, according to her, center right. She's claimed to have called out both sides. I looked into it, and she's called out Democrats more, and she's lied, or I wouldn't say lied. She's made claims against Democrats more that have been unsubstantiated. And so one of the big ones was she accused on the House floor before they were able to determine a speaker. I think it was back in like 2021, of the Democrats bringing alcohol and stuff into the Congress floor and drinking on the job and things like that. And apparently that was one of her big controversies by making that statement that could not be proven. When it comes to the bills, some of the bills that she sponsored, they're not bad. However, they need to be fleshed out a little bit more because they're too ambiguously worded. For example, where is it? HR 1520 to prohibit discrimination on the basis of mental or physical disability in cases of organ transplants. When it comes to organ transplants, y'all need to look it up on your own if you don't know, but the process of being put on a list is very much extensive because people who have an organ transplant have to be on medication for the rest of their lives. So there are certain people by default that cannot receive an organ transplant. If you have issues, underlying medical issues, or if you suffer from certain things, you don't qualify for an organ transplant, not because they want to discriminate against you. It's because we are in such short supply. You have to be able, your body has to be able to accept the new organ, and you have to maintain a steady regimen so that way it doesn't fail, because this process is extremely important and it's extensive for a reason. Because if I am someone who struggles with addiction is a mental disorder. I have to be able to take my medication every single day. If I go on a bender and I don't take my medication for periods of time and that organ starts to fail, once that organ starts to fail and the body starts rejecting it, the likelihood of your body fully rejecting it goes up exponentially. So I understand her cause, and I know that a lot of people are saying, "Oh, that's a good thing. It's a good thing," but it's a very much complicated conversation. And I do believe that it's a good thing. It does need to be looked at potentially, but there are certain people who that just cannot have an organ transplant, and that's just the sad truth. So that is a good one. However, there's one about withholding funding from a federal agency that hires, and it's in the bill. Let me see, what is it? Where is it? HR 9397, the COP Act of 2024. She sponsored this one. Federal agencies that hire an alien um, get cut off from funding. And I'm thinking to myself, that language is actually in a bill in 2024. Um, she hasn't sponsored very many bills since her time there. I'm not going to hold that against her as 53. Um, but I feel like she needs to do a little bit more if she wants to be seen as someone who is um, going to be bipartisan. Um, the bill about discrimination against people with mental and physical disabilities for transplant was co-sponsored bipartisanly by individuals. So there was outside of her an even split of Democratic and Republican Congress individuals who decided that it was a good idea to at least talk about it. Where it went, how far it's going to go, I don't know. But she did do that. I think that there should be more bills like that that she introduces and people in general should introduce that have an equal number of people from both sides, and it's about something that is clearly an issue and not something that a company wants to get passed because they want to deregulate and they want to make more money. So I'm going to give her a I'm gonna say a B minus. She can be better if she actually called out the Republicans. Because when I looked up her controversies, other than the whole Democrats drinking on the job that she claimed, she did fail to, after filing an extension for 90 days, she did fail to disclose her financial income and her stuff for people to see. And it was still late after the extension. I'm not even sure if she submitted it to this day. I didn't go and look that far. All I know is that her most recent um, filings that she needed to disclose her income so that way the public can know what her net worth is, because right now I don't really know. I have an approximation about 498,000, but she hasn't disclosed her most recent as of yet. Anyway, it is what it is. Like I said, B minus. She could be better.